So, lads, the Los Angeles Lakers. Honestly, these guys, they can make... this lineup will be a... not great, but mediocre starting lineup in the NBA. They have a potential starting lineup of... you can see right here. They could have Westbrook, Anthony Davis, THT, Marcus Gasol. Or they could start Melo and move Anthony Davis to the 5. They could start Malik Monk. They could start Kendrick Nunn. They could start Dwight at the 5. I'm pretty confident Dwight did quite well when he was there in 2020. I'm pretty sure Dwight did start off quite a bit. But, lads, the Lakers, I'm not going to say that this is a rough position. But the Lakers have lost one of the most important members of their team. And I've made an entire video about this guy. And the reaction of the arguably the best player to ever play the game sums up this guy's importance. And lads, it's Jared Dudley. It's Jared Dudley, lads. Congrats to my guy if it's true, which it probably is. But man, F. Excuse my language, but still, this one hurt for many reasons that you wouldn't understand. And I just realized it's quite small. And that's what I've been saying, you don't realize how important. Dud's one of those guys, no matter what the team needs, he's ready for whatever. There's a diamond in the rough for a championship team on the impact of Jared Dudley. And again, that's what I've been saying the whole time. Just guys like him are so important. And everyone, because he's always the one fallback, being if Jared Dudley's in the NBA, how is X, Y, or Z player not in the NBA? But lads, this is a huge, huge loss for the Los Angeles Lakers, honestly. Because someone's got to play that role. When you've got the personalities of a LeBron James, a Dwight Howard, a Carmelo Anthony, guys that have been multiple-time All-Stars, all-time great basketball players, Anthony Davis as well, obviously. You need a Jared Dudley there. Especially when you got a bunch of these young guys coming in. You got the likes of Kendrick Nunn, Malik Monk. In fairness, Kendrick Nunn I think is going to be fine. He went up through Miami. He'll be fine with Heat culture. Westbrook, again, in that kind of older player bubble. But the younger guys like Malik Monk, who's even THT as well. I don't think who's even left that's young on the roster. The Los Angeles Lakers roster, Costa's gone. Trevor Ariza is a little bit older. Kemp Bazemore, Wesley Matthews. They don't really have too many young guys, to be completely honest. But at the same time, somebody's got to play that role. Someone's got to play that role because it's incredibly important. Again, there's a reason why LeBron James is so annoyed. But it's mad. He's been preparing for a long time, from deep talks with Nash, Hill, Shaq, Booker, Beal, and Giannis. The list goes on. Very excited to join the Mavs. He kind of was pushing for it when he was defending Jason Kidd a couple of days back. When he heavily defended Jason Kidd when all the rumors came out. Jason Kidd was a great coach in Milwaukee. There's a bunch of comments here were saying, oh, he's trying to get the Mavs assistant job, and that's exactly what he got. But in Jared Dudley, you've got such an important player for any sort of championship team. You've got the 15th man. And I always talk about the importance of that role. And the weird thing is, looking at the Los Angeles Lakers roster, Costa's gone back to Europe. I don't know who Devontae Cook is. I'm going to be completely honest. I think Wesley Matthews is gone, isn't he? If I'm not mistaken. Who's going to be that 15th man? And it's a reason why I can see this Lakers team maybe falling apart. If you look at this roster, Melo's going to want minutes. Ariza's going to want minutes. Bazemore's going to want minutes. Ellington's going to want minutes, assuming Ellington doesn't start. THT, assuming he doesn't start, is going to want minutes. Nunn's going to want minutes, assuming he doesn't start. That's already 6 bench players that are going to want minutes. And you can't Like, let's be real, you're not going 11 deep in the playoffs. And then whoever they bring in, you're not going to find somebody better for that role than Jared Dudley. And that's the problem, is that I don't think, looking at this roster, I'm not sure how happy Ariza's going to be if he has some DMPs. I don't know how happy Ellington, how happy Nunn, Malik Monk, if they end up getting DMPs. I think Nunn might bounce back because I think he had a couple of DMPs in 2020 in the bubble and then came back and actually played well. But that's the problem, is that it's so important to have someone like a Jared Dudley who can just be there for chemistry reasons. Is he going to affect anything on the court? Hell no. But what he's going to bring off the court could affect on the court. Like, he's like the Udonis Haslem for the Miami Heat. Again, I've already explained in depth of how important his role is. And again, just by seeing LeBron's reaction and the fact that Jared Dudley was always there, like, it's obvious that if you've ever played any sport at a high level, you know the importance of a guy like that. But again, the problem is, like, who's going to take that role? Because you've got a bunch of guys that, let's be real, there's quite a lot of teams in the NBA Wayne Ellington starts for. Kendrick Nunn starts for a good few teams. Westbrook's obviously going to start. Malik Monk starts for quite a few teams. Trevor Ariza, Carmelo Anthony. Like, a lot of these guys, like, especially if you're looking at Malik Monk, 1.6 million. What happens if in the season Wayne Ellington is shooting better than Malik Monk? And Malik Monk, who's young, 23 years old, decides to take a minimum contract. What the hell happens if Ellington's playing better than him and THT are playing better than him, and he's getting DNPs? What effect is he going to have on the team? Is he going to be able to come in and hit a couple of shots? Not only that, is he not going to be a bad locker room guy? And these are all hypothetical situations. The problem is that there was a certainty that this guy was good at that role. The question is how are these guys going to react? And this could be a disaster. Like, this is already a chemistry experiment. Putting Westbrook, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Melo, Dwight, all these vets on the same team, it's already going to be a chemistry experiment. But you've got a bunch of guys that, let's be real, none of them, I don't think any of these guys signed up to ride the bench. And someone's going to have to. Someone's going to have to get some DMPs. Someone's going to have to ride the bench. And I don't think we know really how these guys are going to react to that. Because these guys are all here to win a championship. And they're all here to play a part on the floor in winning a championship. And when you're expecting one thing and the outcome is something different, we don't know how people are going to react. So, that's just a bit of a weird thing that I've been thinking a little bit about with Jared Dudley. Like, he's a huge loss. Like, you don't understand how big a loss this is. Obviously, he's not as important as losing LeBron. He's not as important as losing AD. Heck, he's not as important as losing a starter. But if you got rid of Kent Bazemore, like, I think LeBron in a heartbeat would trade Kent Bazemore for Jared Dudley. I'm pretty confident he would trade. He'd definitely trade Bazemore. He maybe would trade Ariza for Jared Dudley, depending on what Ariza we get. He's 36. Like, one of the most important players outside of the starting five is gone. I'm shocked the Lakers didn't. Lakers should have hired him as an assistant. I don't care if Vogel's there. Like, he's been there. Hire him as an assistant. At least let him do the Juwan Howard role for the Miami Heat. Like, this is a crazy loss, especially because you need some sort of continuity. And really, you've got LeBron from the championship team and AD. That's it. That's all you have. That is all you have. And then Dwight's obviously back, but like, that's really all you have. You've lost a part of the heart and soul of the team, and I'm not sure what's going to end up happening. I don't know what the chemistry is going to be like, but all I know for a fact is that the chemistry will be a hell of a lot better with Dudley on the team than with Dudley coaching one of your biggest rivals for the Western Conference title. I don't care what anyone says about the Mavericks saying they lost first round. A healthy Clippers were going to the NBA Finals, and the Mavs were one game off beating a healthy Clippers. So, yeah, they are one of the biggest threats to the Lakers in the West. Trust me on that one. So, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys believe that it's going to make any difference? Or do you guys believe somehow the Lakers get better without Dudley because, quote, Dudley should not be in the NBA? Honestly, the guy is going to be ahead as Draymond Green. If someone like Draymond Green saying he's going to be a head coach or a GM within 3 years, I'm pretty sure he probably will be. He's not highly regarded by everyone in the NBA. This is a massive loss, lads. This is a huge loss. Like, if you replaced even Carmelo Anthony right now with Jared Dudley, I think the Lakers are probably a better team. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.